daily horoscope analysis for Virgo. April 19, 2025, as we explore the celestial patterns influencing Virgo on April 19, 2025, we find ourselves at a fascinating astrological crossroads. This Saturday brings a complex interplay of planetary energies that will particularly resonate with your analytical Virgo nature. The day opens with Mercury, your ruling planet, moving through the final degrees of Aries, bringing a burst of mental clarity that you've been waiting for. This position creates a dynamic aspect with Saturn, currently in Pisces, establishing a productive tension between your practical thinking and your deeper intuitive knowledge. Ideas that have been percolating in your subconscious may suddenly crystallize into actionable plans. The moon will be in Cáncer on this day, forming a favorable trine to your sun sign. This water-earth connection enhances your emotional intelligence and creates a nurturing environment for both personal and professional growth. You'll likely feel more in tune with your feelings than usual, which can be both refreshing and slightly uncomfortable for your typically rational nature. Venus, positioned in Taurus, creates a harmonious aspect to your sign, bringing a grounded, sensual energy to your relationships and financial matters. This is an excellent day for appreciating beauty, indulging in physical comforts, and evaluating your material resources with a clear eye toward long-term stability. Mars in Gemini forms an interesting square to your sign, injecting a dose of intellectual curiosity and potential restlessness. While this energy could lead to scattered thinking if left unchecked, when harnessed properly, it provides the perfect fuel for tackling complex problems that require multifaceted approaches. On the relationship front, this day offers profound opportunities for connection. Single Virgos might find themselves attracted to individuals who stimulate their intellect while respecting their need for emotional security. The Venus-Mercury conjunction supports clear communication in romantic matters, making this an ideal time to express feelings that you've been analyzing internally. For Virgos in committed relationships, the day's energy supports deep conversations about future plans. The Saturn influence encourages discussions about responsibilities and long-term commitments, while the Cáncer moon ensures these talks remain emotionally connected rather than purely practical. Professionally, April 19th presents a landscape ripe with potential for Virgo natives. Jupiter in Leo forms a subtle but impactful sextile to your career house, suggesting opportunities for recognition and advancement. Your meticulous attention to detail will be particularly valued today, possibly catching the eye of authority figures or clients who appreciate thoroughness. Financial matters receive positive aspects as well, with the Venus in Taurus placement supporting sound judgment in monetary decisions. This isn't necessarily a day for bold financial moves, but rather for reviewing and optimizing your current resources. Consider evaluating any recurring subscriptions or expenses that could be streamlined without sacrificing quality. Health-wise, the planetary configuration suggests paying particular attention to digestive wellness, always a sensitive area for Virgo. The emotional intensity of the Cáncer moon might manifest as stomach sensitivity if stress isn't properly managed. Incorporating calming herbs like chamomile or peppermint into your routine could be especially beneficial. Physical activities that combine mental focus with bodily awareness, such as yoga or tai chi, will align perfectly with the day's energy. The Pluto retrograde in Aquarius casts a transformative shadow over your sixth house of daily routine and wellness. This suggests that underlying habits or patterns related to your health may be ready for examination and renewal. Listen carefully to what your body is communicating, as subtle signals now could prevent larger issues later. Intellectually, this is a day of exceptional productivity for Virgos. The Mercury placement sharpens your already keen analytical abilities, while the Mars square adds just enough creative friction to prevent rigid thinking. If you've been working on research, writing, or any project requiring attention to detail combined with innovative approaches, April 19th offers stellar support for breakthroughs. Your communication style today will blend precision with unusual warmth, making it an excellent time for presentations, important conversations, or teaching opportunities. Others will find your explanations not only informative, but also accessible and engaging, a combination that doesn't always come easily to your sign. Spiritually, the Neptune position in Pisces continues to subtly influence your seventh house, creating opportunities for mystical connections with others. You might find yourself unexpectedly drawn to exploring metaphysical concepts or experiencing moments of synchronicity that defy your logical understanding. While your practical nature might resist these experiences, allowing them to unfold without immediate analysis could prove surprisingly rewarding. The North Node in Aries activates your eighth house of transformation and shared resources, suggesting that personal growth today may come through experiences that require you to relinquish some control and trust in processes larger than yourself. This placement supports psychological insights and the release of outdated patterns or relationships that no longer serve your highest development. For creative endeavors, today's aspects provide a wonderful blend of inspiration and technical skill. Artistic Virgos will find themselves able to express emotions through their chosen medium with both precision and passion, a rare combination that produces work of lasting value. Even practical projects benefit from this energy, as your aesthetic sense is heightened while your functional requirements remain firmly in focus. The day's color affinity leans toward deep blues and soft greens, shades that calm your nervous system while supporting clear thinking. Wearing or surrounding yourself with these colors may subtly enhance your experience of the day's positive aspects. Numerologically, the date reduces to a 5 4 plus 1 plus 9 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5 equals 23, 2 plus 3 equals 5, representing freedom, change, and versatile energy. This vibration harmonizes with your need to adapt systems and improve methodologies, encouraging inspired revisions rather than rigid adherence to tradition. As evening approaches, the Leo sun forms a quincunx to your sign, creating a slight tension between your natural modesty and a desire for recognition. This aspect invites you to find balance between staying behind the scenes and allowing yourself to receive well-deserved acknowledgement for your contributions. The Chiron placement in Taurus makes a subtle connection to your ninth house of higher learning and philosophy, potentially triggering insights related to old wounds around self-worth or knowledge acquisition. These realizations, while potentially uncomfortable initially, offer healing potential when approached with your characteristic thoroughness and honesty. As the day concludes, the waning gibbous moon creates a reflective atmosphere ideal for journaling or quiet contemplation. The insights gathered today may not fully reveal their importance immediately, but recording your thoughts will prove valuable in the weeks ahead as Mercury continues its journey and brings these themes back into focus. In summary, April 19, 2025, offers Virgo natives a day of productive tension between practical matters and emotional insights, with particularly favorable aspects for communication, relationship deepening, and professional recognition. By embracing both your analytical strengths and your often neglected intuitive capacities, you'll navigate this complex but rewarding astrological landscape with grace and effectiveness. The planetary alignment on April 19, 2025, presents a fascinating configuration for Virgo natives. The sun, firmly positioned in late Aries, illuminates your eighth house of transformation and shared resources, encouraging you to examine financial partnerships and potential investments with keen analytical precision. This position supports deep psychological insights, particularly regarding how you share power and resources with others. With the sun forming a square to Pluto in Aquarius, expect intense revelations about your daily routines and health practices that may require significant adjustment. Your ruling planet Mercury finds itself in early Taurus, moving through your ninth house of higher knowledge and expansion. This grounded communicative energy enhances your ability to express complex ideas with practical clarity, making this an excellent day for academic pursuits or sharing your expertise. Mercury's favorable trine to Saturn in Capricorn strengthens your mental discipline and rewards methodical thinking. Venus glides through Taurus alongside Mercury, creating a sumptuous energy in your ninth house that could attract opportunities for growth through cultural exchange or aesthetic experiences. This position particularly benefits Virgos working in education, publishing, or international relations. Mars in Gemini activates your 10th house of career and public reputation, injecting versatile energy into your professional sphere. This placement may create multiple demands on your attention, requiring your natural discerning abilities to prioritize effectively. Jupiter continues its journey through Cáncer in your 11th house, expanding your social network and bringing beneficial connections through community involvement. Pay attention to chance meetings today, as Jupiter forms a supportive sextile to Uranus, potentially introducing innovative individuals who share your humanitarian values. Saturn in Capricorn maintains its disciplined presence in your 5th house of creativity and self-expression, bringing structure to creative projects and demanding authenticity in romantic endeavors. This placement rewards consistent effort in developing your unique talents. Uranus in Taurus continues its revolutionary influence in your 9th house alongside Mercury and Venus, potentially triggering unexpected opportunities for travel or educational advancement. This energy particularly supports technological innovations related to your knowledge expansion. Neptune in Pisces opposes your sun sign from your 7th house of partnerships, creating a somewhat nebulous influence in close relationships. This position calls for discernment regarding boundaries with partners and clarity in agreements to avoid potential misunderstandings. Pluto in Aquarius transforms your 6th house of daily work and health, intensifying your drive for efficiency and potentially revealing power dynamics in workplace relationships that need addressing. The moon travels through Leo in your 12th house during this day, creating an emotionally charged atmosphere around subconscious patterns and private matters. You may feel an unusual pull towards spiritual practices or require additional rest to process deep, emotional material. This lunar placement suggests benefits from journaling, meditation, or therapeutic conversations. The North Node in Aries aligns with your 8th house, suggesting karmic growth through learning to embrace transformation rather than clinging to the security of the familiar. The moon's opposition to Jupiter later in the day creates an emotionally expansive evening, ideal for meaningful connections with friends or community groups. With asteroid Chiron in Aries also in your 8th house, there may be opportunities to heal old wounds related to vulnerability and shared resources. The asteroid Pallas, Athena in Virgo, enhances your strategic thinking and problem-solving abilities, making this an excellent day for detailed planning and methodical approaches to complex challenges. On April 19, 2025, Virgo's communication landscape appears particularly dynamic as Mercury, your ruling planet, forms a trine with Saturn in Pisces. This planetary alignment creates a perfect balance between your natural analytical thinking and more intuitive forms of expression. Your words carry exceptional weight today, particularly in professional settings where precision matters. The Saturn influence adds a layer of authority to your communication style, making this an excellent day for presentations, important emails, or negotiations that require both attention to detail and strategic thinking. There's a notable shift from your typical communication approach. You'll find yourself speaking with more conviction and less second-guessing than usual. This doesn't mean abandoning your characteristic thoroughness, but rather trusting in your knowledge more confidently. The moon in Cáncer activates your 11th house of social connections, suggesting that group communications, particularly with close friends or within organizational settings, flow with unusual emotional intelligence today. You're able to express care and concern while maintaining appropriate boundaries, a delicate balance that comes naturally under this cosmic configuration. Digital communications receive a boost as well, with Mercury's position enhancing your ability to convey complex ideas through written mediums. If you've been working on a writing project, today's energy supports structured yet soulful expression. Mars in Gemini forms a subtle aspect to your chart, adding a touch of assertiveness to your typically measured communication style. This creates an interesting dynamic where you can advocate for yourself without coming across as aggressive, a perfect balance for addressing any lingering misunderstandings or clearing the air in relationships. Watch for a tendency to overthink your words around midday when the moon squares Mercury. This brief tension might cause you to hesitate before speaking, but by late afternoon, the energy smooths out considerably. For those with public-facing roles, your analytical insights are particularly well received today, especially when you allow yourself to speak from both experience and expertise. Your communication style naturally inspires trust, and today that quality is amplified. Networking conversations that begin today have strong potential for developing into meaningful professional connections, particularly with authority figures who appreciate your meticulous approach. In intimate conversations, there's a beautiful depth available to you. Venus in Taurus creates a harmonious background energy that softens your delivery while maintaining substance. This makes it an excellent day for important personal discussions that require both heart and head engagement. Consider recording important thoughts today. Your mental clarity is exceptional, and insights that come through now may prove valuable for future reference. For Virgos working in education, writing, or analytical fields, this day marks a potential breakthrough in how you communicate complex information. Your natural teaching abilities are enhanced, allowing you to break down complicated concepts with remarkable clarity. One communication challenge to navigate: resist the urge to over-explain. With your ruling planet so strongly positioned, there's a tendency to provide more detail than necessary. Trust that your main points are coming through clearly. Pay attention to nonverbal cues as well. Your body language and tone carry particular influence today. For those feeling communicatively stuck recently, this day offers a reset opportunity. Mercury's clear connection with Saturn provides a framework for addressing topics you've been avoiding or struggling to articulate. In relationships, partners will notice your words carrying more definitive weight. Be mindful of how this power is wielded, especially in sensitive conversations. Technical communications are particularly favored if your work involves data analysis, research presentations, or procedural documentation. You'll find exceptional flow in these areas today. The evening hours bring a particularly reflective quality to conversations, making it an excellent time for meaningful discussions about future plans or philosophical matters. Journal writing is highly recommended tonight, as your ability to process information through writing reaches a peak. For Virgos in creative fields, this day's energy supports finding the perfect balance between structure and inspiration in your expression. Writers will notice particularly strong output, especially when describing detailed scenarios or character development. Ultimately, April 19th offers you a communication masterclass in balancing your natural precision with newfound authority and emotional intelligence. The skills developed today continue to serve your expression in the weeks ahead, particularly as Mercury continues its journey through communication-oriented houses in your chart. As we analyze Virgo's financial landscape for April 19th, 2025, we're seeing a particularly noteworthy alignment with Mercury, your ruling planet, forming a productive trine with Saturn in your sector of earned income. This creates a foundation for practical financial planning and long-term security. The position of Venus in your 8th house of shared resources suggests potential financial opportunities through partnerships, investments, or even unexpected windfalls from others. Jupiter's placement in your career sector continues to expand professional opportunities that could directly impact your financial situation. April 19th specifically shows a lunar aspect that illuminates your 2nd house of personal finances, bringing attention to money matters that may have been overlooked. This is an excellent day to review your financial portfolio and make adjustments based on careful analysis rather than emotional reactions. The Sun in Aries is activating your 8th house of transformation and shared resources, suggesting that collaborative ventures could prove particularly profitable now. You might receive news about a loan approval, insurance payout, or investment opportunity that has been in process for some time. The planetary energy supports careful examination of fine print. Before signing any financial agreements, your natural Virgo attention to detail serves you especially well today. Mars in your 6th house of daily work indicates that additional income could come through side projects or extra responsibilities at your workplace. There's potential for recognition of your efforts that translates directly into financial reward. Consider volunteering for projects that showcase your analytical abilities, as these could lead to monetary bonuses or future earning opportunities. Pluto's transformative influence in your 5th house connects creativity with earning potential. An innovative approach to a problem could generate financial rewards, especially if you're willing to market your ideas effectively. This is not the day for gambling or financial risk-taking, as Neptune's position creates potential for confusion around speculative investments. Financial communications receive favorable aspects today, making it an ideal time to negotiate rates, discuss salary requirements, or present proposals with monetary implications. Your ability to organize information and present clear financial data will impress decision-makers. Consider preparing documentation that highlights your contributions in quantifiable terms if you're planning to request a raise or promotion. Uranus in your 9th house suggests unexpected financial opportunities could come through educational pursuits, publishing, or international connections. Pay attention to information that comes from distant sources or through academic or legal channels. A conversation with someone from a different background might provide valuable financial insight or opportunity. The asteroid Vesta in your 2nd house emphasizes the importance of focusing on your core financial values today. You'll find greatest satisfaction by aligning spending and earning activities with your authentic priorities rather than trying to impress others or maintain appearances. This position supports conscientious budgeting and mindful resource allocation. The North Node's position indicates that your financial growth path involves developing greater comfort with collaborative financial arrangements rather than handling everything independently. Consider consultations with financial advisors or exploring investment clubs where resources are pooled. The planetary energies today particularly support learning from others' financial expertise. For Virgos running businesses, today's aspects favor revamping pricing structures and evaluating profit margins with meticulous attention. Customer-facing financial policies may need refinement, and you'll have the clarity to communicate changes effectively. Look for ways to streamline payment processes or reduce unnecessary expenses without compromising quality. The quarter moon phase occurring today marks a time to assess progress on financial goals set at the beginning of the lunar cycle. You may need to make adjustments based on new information that surfaces. This lunar influence supports balanced decision-making that considers both emotional security needs and practical financial realities. Saturn's influence on your financial sector continues to emphasize building long-term security rather than pursuing get-rich-quick schemes. Today's energy particularly supports setting up automatic savings transfers, reviewing retirement contributions, or researching tax-advantaged investment vehicles. The time invested in creating solid financial structures now will pay dividends for years to come. April 19, 2025 brings special opportunities for Virgo in several key areas of life. With Mercury, your ruling planet, forming a harmonious trine with Saturn in fellow Earth signs, your analytical abilities are significantly enhanced today. This cosmic alignment creates particularly fortunate conditions in your professional sphere, where attention to detail and methodical approaches yield impressive results. Projects requiring precision and careful planning will flourish under your supervision. Your colleagues and superiors are more likely to notice your contributions, making this an excellent day to showcase your skills or present your ideas in meetings. The Venus-Jupiter conjunction activating your 8th house brings fortunate energy to shared resources and investments. Financial matters involving partnerships, whether business or personal, receive beneficial cosmic support. If you've been considering joining resources with someone trustworthy or exploring investment opportunities, today's planetary energies favor these ventures. There may be unexpected financial benefits arriving through partnerships, inheritances, or returns on previous investments. Your health sector also receives positive influences today, with the moon passing through your 6th house of wellness and daily routines. Any efforts to improve your physical well-being will be particularly effective when initiated today. New health regimens, dietary adjustments, or fitness programs started now have staying power and lead to sustainable results. Your body responds exceptionally well to nurturing activities, particularly those involving natural elements and earthy connections. Communication represents another fortunate area today. The Mercury-Neptune sextile enhances your ability to express complex ideas with unusual clarity and inspiration. This makes it an ideal time for writing important emails, having meaningful conversations, or presenting information to others. Your words carry extra persuasive power, and people are more receptive to your suggestions and perspectives. If you need to request assistance or negotiate terms, today's cosmic configuration supports successful outcomes. Personal relationships, especially those with siblings, neighbors, and close friends, benefit from a compassionate energy field today. Small gestures of kindness you extend will create ripple effects of goodwill that return to you manifold. Short trips or local activities bring unexpected joys and meaningful connections. A chance encounter in your neighborhood could lead to a fortunate opportunity or valuable information. Creative pursuits also receive cosmic blessings today. The Sun-Uranus conjunction in your 9th house sparks innovative thinking and unique approaches to problems. Artistic Virgos find themselves especially inspired, with fresh ideas flowing effortlessly. Even practical-minded Virgos discover creative solutions to long-standing issues, particularly in areas related to education, publishing, or international connections. Your spiritual growth and inner development represent another fortunate area today. Meditation, reflection, or spiritual practices yield profound insights and emotional balance. You may experience moments of clarity about your life purpose or receive intuitive guidance about important decisions. The quiet voice of your inner wisdom speaks with unusual clarity today, offering direction that aligns with your highest good. Home-related matters also receive beneficial influences. If you've been considering renovations, redecorating, or even a move, today's energy supports thoughtful planning and initial steps. Family relationships improve through honest, heartfelt communication, and domestic harmony is easier to achieve. Creating beauty and order in your living space brings particular satisfaction and contributes to your overall well-being. For single Virgos, romantic possibilities appear in unexpected places today, particularly in settings related to learning, health, or service activities. For those in relationships, deepening emotional connections through meaningful conversations strengthens bonds and creates greater understanding between partners. The ability to balance rational thinking with emotional awareness makes you an especially effective and appreciated partner today. April 19, 2025 marks an exceptional day for your social landscape, Virgo. With Mercury forming a harmonious trine to Jupiter, your communication abilities are significantly enhanced. Your natural analytical mind is wonderfully balanced with an unusual warmth and openness, creating perfect conditions for meaningful social connections that go beyond surface-level interactions. You'll find yourself expressing ideas with both clarity and compassion, a powerful combination that draws others to you. The moon transits through your 11th house of friendships and community today, illuminating your desire for authentic connection. This lunar energy encourages you to step outside your comfort zone and engage with your social circles more boldly than usual. Group activities will prove especially rewarding, whether you're participating in virtual gatherings or meeting friends in person. There's a special energy around collective experiences today that nourishes your spirit in unexpected ways. Venus's position in relation to your sign suggests you'll naturally attract people who appreciate your authentic self rather than any polished persona you might typically present. This is not a day to hide behind perfectionism or reserve. The cosmic energies support showing your true colors, complete with what you might perceive as flaws. Interestingly, this vulnerability strengthens your connections rather than weakening them as you might fear. Mars is activating your third house of communication, giving you the courage to initiate conversations you might normally avoid. Whether reaching out to someone you've lost touch with or deepening an existing relationship through more meaningful dialogue, you have cosmic support for brave social initiatives. Your words carry particular weight today, so use them thoughtfully, but don't hold back from expressing what matters to you. Saturn's influence reminds you to maintain healthy boundaries even as you open yourself to new connections. Not everyone deserves access to your inner world, and your intuition is especially sharp today about who truly has your best interests at heart. Trust these instincts when they arise there, your inner wisdom, speaking clearly through the noise of social obligations. Uranus brings an element of surprise to your social sphere. An unexpected encounter or message could shift your perspective or introduce you to someone who becomes significant in your life. Remain open to serendipitous meetings and chance conversations, as they may lead to connections that feel simultaneously surprising and somehow familiar, as if you've known this person in another life. Your ruling planet Mercury enhances your ability to listen deeply today. While you're known for your analytical mind and problem-solving abilities, your greatest social strength now comes from being present and truly hearing others. People in your life will notice and appreciate this quality, strengthening bonds through the simple, yet profound act of attentive listening. A significant aspect between Neptune and your seventh house suggests experiences of deep empathy and understanding with partners or close friends. Barriers dissolve, allowing for soul-level connection that transcends ordinary interaction. This could manifest as a profound conversation where you feel truly seen and understood, perhaps for the first time in a long while. Pluto's transformative energy touches your fifth house of self-expression, encouraging you to share aspects of yourself that you typically keep private. This vulnerability creates opportunities for deeper connection with friends and acquaintances alike. Someone who previously knew only one facet of your personality may be pleasantly surprised to discover new dimensions to your character. The Sun, approaching the cusp of Taurus, illuminates your ninth house of expansion and higher learning. Social connections made today could expand your horizons intellectually or culturally. Be especially open to friendships that challenge your thinking or expose you to new perspectives, as these will prove particularly enriching in the coming months. For single Virgos, today's alignments suggest potential for meeting someone intriguing through mutual friends or intellectual pursuits. The connection may not be immediately romantic, but could develop into something meaningful through shared interests and values that become apparent over time. For Virgos in relationships, today offers an opportunity to strengthen your social bonds as a couple. Engaging with other couples or friends together enhances your partnership by allowing you to see each other through fresh eyes in group settings. You might discover something new about your partner that reignites appreciation or deepens your understanding. Chiron's position indicates healing potential through social connection. A conversation with a trusted friend might help you process old wounds or gain perspective on a persistent challenge. Similarly, you might find yourself in a position to offer healing insights to someone in your circle who's struggling with issues you've overcome. Jupiter's expansive energy in your sector of deep bonds encourages you to consider the quality of your friendships rather than quantity. Today brings clarity about which connections truly nourish